Okay, so when I first became a photographer, I trained as a photojournalist. I got a 4-year degree, in fact, in photojournalism. And in that program, the biggest part of what we learned was not lighting or posing or production, technical camera stuff. We learned all that, of course. But the bulk of what we learned was in how to connect with people, how to care about them, how to listen, how to get their stories, how to craft art that reflected those stories. Now, I'm often told that I could have been a writer, and I do write. I love to write. But I noticed early on in my journalism career that sometimes the writers at the newspapers I worked at didn't connect with people the way the photojournalist almost always did. I found the emotion was in the photos. Words can describe, they can share facts, they can share statistics, set the scene, but photography actually puts you in the scene. It puts you in that moment. I was steeped in that photojournalistic tradition, which is a style that's really based on being present and aware and in tune to what's going on, to emotion, to meaning, to those little things that speak volumes. But when I decided to open my own business, at first I listened to other portrait photographers. And they said, get a style, use props, become known for something. You know, the examples were Ann Geddes or Jill Greenberg, tie the babies up in cocoons, dress women in flowers from head to toe, make children cry. That was really frustrating for me. So I put portraits on the back burner and chose to do weddings where I could truly carry out a photojournalistic tradition, the tradition that I love, with some really great examples in the photography world. It wasn't until I found a great example for portraits and I discovered a way of forging a true connection with my portrait clients that I went back to portraiture. And then it quickly became my favorite thing to do. The portrait experience that includes connection is a truly meaningful experience. It's a vacation from how hectic our lives have become. And unlike many other portrait experiences, it's never rushed. It's always joyful. There's no yelling at somebody to act better. Now, there are a lot of little pieces that go into that portrait experience. Many of them kind of seem extraneous until you suddenly realize where they fit in. So I always ask my clients, trust me, we're going to do the best we can for you. A whole lot of portraiture is concerned with the photographer's needs and wants. But I want to assure you that at Mariposa Studio, our concern is with the client's needs and wants. And that actually comes from years and years of caring, listening, and telling the stories that are not about ourselves, but about the people that we serve.